Imagine, guys, you're sitting alone in your room at night, working on your computer. Suddenly, the room begins to shake. It starts with vibration that rattles your desk. As the seconds tick by, the trembling intensifies. Your chair vibrates violently, and it feels as if an unseen force is rocking the very foundation of your room. Your heart races as you question whether it's an earthquake or something else entirely. You're immobilized by fear, unable to move. Imagine you're in the eye of a storm that only you can sense. In 2008, during what was meant to be an ordinary evening, I was deeply engrossed in a gaming session on my computer. The game of choice was Max Payne 2, The Fall of Max Payne, a title renowned for its gripping storyline and intense action. I was navigating through the game's dark and tumultuous world when an unexpected and bewildering event occurred. It started as a subtle vibration, a minor shudder that made my computer table tremble slightly. At first, I brushed it off, thinking it was merely a minor glitch. But as the seconds ticked by, the shaking grew more pronounced. My desk rattled, the screen flickered, and my chair vibrated so violently that it felt like an unseen force was shaking the very foundation of my room. My heart pounded as I contemplated the possibility of an earthquake. The shaking persisted for about 15 minutes, each second stretching into an eternity of fear and confusion. The intensity of the tremors felt as if my entire room was being rocked by a massive force. The walls seemed to echo with the vibrations, and even the blinds on my windows rattled. When the tremors finally subsided, I raced downstairs to the living room where my family was gathered, hoping they had felt the same unsettling disturbance. To my dismay, my family members, sitting comfortably in the living room, were completely unaware of any unusual occurrences. I urgently asked them if they had felt the earthquake, but they looked at me with bewildered expressions, insisting that no earthquake had been reported. Their disbelief only amplified my anxiety. How could I have felt such significant tremors if no one else had? I was left with a profound sense of isolation and confusion. Determined to uncover the truth, I resolved to stay vigilant the following night. As the clock approached 11 p.m., I braced myself for any unusual activity. Just as before, the moment the clock struck 11, the shaking began anew. This time, the tremors were even more intense, making it feel as though the entire room was being violently rocked. My fear reached a peak, and I began reciting the Kalima Tayyaba loudly, hoping that the religious recitation might offer some protection or solace. The shaking persisted for another 15 minutes, leaving me in a state of heightened anxiety and distress. Once the tremors ceased, I rushed downstairs to find my family. My father was asleep, and my brothers were out, leaving only my young sister at home. Since she was too young to fully understand the gravity of the situation, I chose not to alarm her. I asked her if she had felt the shaking, but she responded with a puzzled no. This only deepened my growing sense of dread and confusion. I tried to shake off the fear, and determined to find an explanation, I prepared myself for the next night. As the clock struck 11 p.m., the familiar shaking began once more. This time, I knew that I needed my father's intervention. I dashed downstairs and woke him up, urgently urging him to come with me. Despite his groggy reluctance, he followed me upstairs to experience the phenomenon firsthand. As we sat together in the room, the shaking continued with the same intensity. After 15 minutes, the tremors finally subsided, leaving both of us in a state of bewilderment and concern. My father, recognizing the gravity of the situation, suggested that we try playing Surah Rahman loudly in the room as a form of spiritual protection. He believed that the recitation of this particular surah could offer us some safeguard and possibly put an end to the strange occurrences. We agreed to follow his advice and began playing Surah Rahman every night at precisely 11 p.m. The following nights were filled with the soothing and melodic recitations of Surah Rahman. The atmosphere in our home became infused with a sense of calm and reverence. Remarkably, as the days passed, the shaking that had once terrorized my room gradually diminished. The tremors that had once been a nightly nightmare became a distant memory. After several days of peaceful nights, we felt confident enough to stop the nightly recitations of Surah Rahman. The mysterious earthquakes had ceased entirely, and our home was once again tranquil. The experience left an indelible mark on my memory, serving as a poignant reminder of the power of faith and the unexpected mysteries that life can present. To this day, the episodes of shaking remain one of the eeriest and most inexplicable experiences of my life. The combination of fear, faith, and the eventual resolution through religious recitation makes it a story I will never forget. It serves as a reminder of the enigmatic events that can occur in life and the comfort that faith can provide in the face of the unknown. This mysterious earthquake remains one of the most bizarre and thrilling experiences of my life. The nightly tremors and the power of prayer revealed a new truth. Faith and prayer hold the power to overcome the unknown. Our vigilance and the recitation of Surah Rahman provided us relief from the mysterious disturbances, allowing us to return to a peaceful and secure life. If you want to see more spooky and mysterious videos, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel.